Music Access. Wherever you guys are, has the fun-filled weekend begun for you? Where I am right now, Korea, our golden weekend / holiday has begun. Woo! But, well, I mean, from today till Saturday, until next Wednesday, we are free. Well, not everyone's free. I'll be working, but still, I'm happy. Like I said, although it is a holiday, I'll be practicing with my BIG members, and I'll be here in the studio to meet with you guys here on Music Access. So I won't be able to take advantage of this golden holiday, but just looking at everyone's happy faces ahead of the holidays is putting me in a good mood. We might feel like we have a lot of free time on our hands now, but it'll fly by really quickly, and in no time we'll be saying, what? It's already the last day of the holiday? So make sure you make this golden holiday a treat you won't regret, and fill up every second and minute up with things you've been wanting to do for a long time, okay? Have a great holiday, everyone. The first song you heard today, Saturday, February 6th, 2016, was Roar by Katy Perry. So guys, it is the start of the extended holiday here in Korea. Do you guys have plans? Do you guys get vacation? I know in Korea, of course, we get this break for this holiday, but in other countries as well that do celebrate Lunar New Year's, do you get days off? How long do you get days off? I'm interested to know that kind of information. Go ahead and let me know on our message board, and of course, for those of you tuning in, welcome to the show. Now, introducing on how you can listen and participate on this radio program. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. And another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. And of course, y'all have been sending in great song requests, so keep them coming by, posting up a message on our message board under the title Request. Now we'll check out two songs before we go to my text and message, starting with Miss Ride by Neo, followed by Fancy by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close, and if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner in Corner for Saturdays, My Text Message, is all about sharing the SNS or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could have been a message that made you really happy or angry, or something that made you LOL, or a message that made you really frustrated. Let us know which message was the most memorable, and also share with us some of the messages that you keep saved in your mobile device and why. To write in for our corner, write your title as My Text. Going to our first text message for today, we have Darcy Ann from the USA saying, Dear Benji, I received a text from a friend of mine that I have not spoken to in a long time. He wanted to vent, and I listened, answering when I could. I hope it helped, and I hope that he can do what he has to do to make himself a better life. When it comes to messaging, I think one of the reasons we try to communicate with a lot of different people, and, maybe we try to communicate with that one special person, is because we have emotions that we want to convey. And we can't just, be very blunt about our emotions in terms of the fact that, we can't just blurt out what's on our mind and just say that to everyone. There's certain people that, understand us a little more because they know us a little bit better. because, we've spent a little bit more time with them. And when it comes to messaging those people, I think one of the best things that you can do, if you receive a message from someone saying, like, I don't really understand why it's something like this, I don't know why it's going this way, is just to listen, in the same way, when he asks a question, answer when you can. But a lot of that is just that person needs to vent. Just getting those words out, getting those emotions out. And then once that's over, even if the person didn't speak to you, in person, it'll still feel, he or she will still feel a lot better just having said those things. And just a recommendation for all our listeners out there, if someone, hits you up and is like, yo, I need a vent, and of course you can't meet up, it's not a situation where you can, hang out, then definitely, texting is good, but also maybe a phone call could really help. I think one of the good methods of communication, besides, using your voice, is just using your ears and then responding with your heart. Ooh, do you check out that depth right there? Ooh, that's called emotional discharge? I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, Dacian, I think you did a good job, and hopefully, he figures out his stuff and he, finds out what he has to do, because sounds like he has a lot of things that he needs to kind of consider and kind of work out. So with all that said, hopefully we'll check out 2 more songs. Starting with the song that Samantha of Australia wants to hear, Jet Blackheart by 5 Seconds of Summer. And we'll follow it with the song Unita of Indonesia requested, Fly by Hilary Duff. We just heard the songs Jet Blackheart by 5 Seconds of Summer, followed by Fly by Hilary Duff. Our next text message comes from Shreya Talukdar of Bangladesh saying, Benji, happy Saturday. Time to share some of my text messages with you. So it was sad that one of my most favorite boy bands, LC9, got disbanded. Before they disbanded, Eden left the group actually before his studies, but he still makes song covers. His Hotline Bling remix cover is really addicting, so I keep watching it for a while. And now back to my texts. As usual, Sandra sent me a message, and we were talking about random stuff. I was telling her that I'm still watching Eden's videos, and she was like, Shreya, you have a problem. And I said, what? LOL. And she said, you have an Eden problem. Stop watching him. I was like, I don't know how to stop myself not watching him. Ha ha ha. And this was the highlight message of this week for me. It's funny that Benji, I'm still going to watch his video again after today's show ends. Congratulations, I guess. I don't really know what to respond, because I personally don't know the dude. I knew one of the members in there, or like, I forgot what his name was though. And it's unfortunate that it happened like that. But for those of you who don't know who the group is, they did that Ramama beat, and it's kind of like a techno-ish song. But I guess you do have an Eden problem, Shreya, and hopefully you do get that worked out as soon as possible. Fandom is good, obsession is even better. Now we're going to check out 2 songs after that confusing comment, starting with the song that Mylene of the USA wants to hear, One Call Away by Charlie Puth, and Corinne of France wants to hear All I Ask by Adele. We just heard the songs One Call Away by Charlie Puth, followed by All I Ask by Adele. And our next text message comes from Kim Ji-eun from Korea, saying, Benji Oppa 안녕하세요. This is my first message for you during the weekend program, and this is the corner for text messages, correct? I'm sending this message because I was hurt by a text message, and I hope you can make me feel better. I finally finished my finals a while ago, and I was taking a break and looking for a part-time job, and a close auntie that I knew sent me a really sweet text message dripping of honey. She said, Jian, do you want to go on a blind date? I wanted to answer, oh my gosh, yes, right away, but since it was an auntie, I wanted to be polite, so I answered back with, yes, auntie, thank you. I got curious who she wanted to set me up with, so I texted her back saying, so who do you want to set me up with a cute emoticon? But do you know what happened next? She read my message, and she never replied back. How rude is that? I was so upset. Why did she ask me in the first place then? I was so excited that she busted that excitement like a burst bubble. I was super upset. How can people be so inconsiderate? I don't get it. Well, I don't know. One thing that I realized when I came to Korea is the messaging system is totally different. Of course, you have the whole read and unread and, that kind of whole thing in the States as well. But it's a very different messaging culture. In here in Korea, messaging has its own culture. Similar in the States, how, we use, LOL, stuff like that. IMO, in my opinion, or like OMW, on my way, and like stuff like that. But we still kind of verbalize most of what we're trying to say. But in Korea, there's this totally different system. So, it's unfortunate that she didn't, set you up with that person. But I'm sure that really when it boils down to it, this is what I think. When it comes to situations like this, if it was meant to be, it's meant to be. And if it's not meant to be, then, you move on. There's situations in life where you have no power over them. So I wouldn't, ask her and be like, oh my God, what are you doing? Just be like, okay, so this is how the cookie crumbles. This is how she rolls. Okay, I'm fine with it. Moving on. That kind of cool attitude is what's pretty gangster. Alright, we're going to check out 2 more songs as we continue on. Dara of France wants to hear Daddy by Psy, and Ace of the USA requested Kuriwaheo by 21. We just heard the songs Daddy by Psy, followed by Kuriwaheo by 21. Our next message is time for message time. So, my text message does come to a close, and now we start message time where we talk about the messages sent in to me by you. Remember, if you want to write in for my text, write a message about the text message that you either received or sent, either on social media or via a real text message, and write in my text on your title before you post up your message. Our first message going into message time comes from Audrey H. from the USA, saying, Hi Benji Opa, so I got a question since you said age is just a number. Will you ever date a girl that's older than you and or younger, and if so, by how much? Please and thank you. I love you, and I'll always be supporting BIG. Thank you so much for that. Older. Younger. Okay, well, obviously younger. There's I'd say 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. I'm just assuming that'll probably change as I get older. And then when it comes to girls that are older than me, I'd say, 2 years, 3 years, and that'll probably change when I get older. So, if you ask me questions about age, I don't have any kind of set standard. I really kind of just roll with the punches, and I'm just chill with everyone. I'm a chill dude, right? So, with all that said, hope that answers your question. And now we'll check out 2 more songs. Camille of New Zealand wants to hear Perfect Girl by Monster X. And Oksama of Japan requested I'll Be There by Speaker. Oh, we just heard the songs Perfect Girl by Monster X, followed by I'll Be There by Speaker. And now, after a quick break, we'll come back with more messages. Remember, in the second hour, introducing messages sent to us by you, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, we'll check out the track, I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas, and be right back. What's up? You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of BIG, and our first song, starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, February 6th, was Counting Stars by One Republic. Now, guys, here's how you can listen and participate on the program if you haven't been already listening already. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphones, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. And another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. Now we'll check out 2 songs before we come back to more messages, starting with the song Rude by Magic, followed with All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. We just heard the songs Rude by Magic, followed by All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. What's up, Benji of BIG here, your host for Music Access. And you're listening to our Saturday Corner, my text and message, where we are on the message section of our program. Continuing on from the first hour, we are introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access, and also checking out your song requests as well. Going to our first message for our second message time, we have Raven from the USA saying, "Hey Benji, hi MA fam. Do you guys have plans to celebrate the Lunar New Year? I'm excited because it'll be the year of the monkey again. Monkeys unite." Oh, so you're like my age. Also, my grandmother told me that those born in the year of the monkey should have some kind of mouse/rat to keep with them for good luck this year, and having cut flowers in a glass of water will also bring good luck. We joked that it'll be my aunt's luckiest year because my uncle is born in the year of the rat. That makes sense. How about you? Do you have either one? Let's see. Do I have a mouse or a rat? I do have a mouse, but it's more like a mouse pad or a trackpad on my notebook. So I don't know if that qualifies. I don't have any stuffed rats. I have stuffed pandas, but not a stuffed rat. So, yeah, scratch that. Do I have flowers in a glass of water? I have a bottle of water that I could stick a little bit of flour in, but it'll become powdery white water because I'm talking about the baking flour. And after that, y'all have realized that I have no sense of humor, and you've probably turned off your radios, but please bear with me because I do make occasional funny jokes, just occasionally. So stick around for those moments. And just all in all, though, I think it is the year of the monkey, and for me, I don't know. Already a month has passed, so January's over. We're already in February, and it feels very kind of like, what did I accomplish in January? Granted, I was very busy doing a lot of stuff, but what did I make musically that was lasting? And that's something that I'm still, working on now. So, with that said, hopefully in the year of the monkey, all us monkeys will be very, very successful. Look at Zico and Crush. Their songs, No No Na Na No, the new track from his double single album, I guess is that what you'd call it? Crush's new single's doing really well. Dean's new single's doing really well. All these people born in the year of the monkey. Ha ha ha. Baekhyun's track did really well. I'm just saying, guys, you never know. Although that came out last year, I think. Anyway, so hopefully in the upcoming year, I'll be able to get some great stuff out there. So looking forward to a great year of the monkey. And hopefully y'all are having a great Lunar New Year holiday. Now we're going to check out two more songs as we continue on. Leon of Singapore, sorry man, wants to hear Baby Baby by Winner. And we'll follow it with No Gatin by Tal Shabet. We just heard the songs Baby Baby by Winner, followed by No Gatin by Tal Shabet. And it's time to continue on with more messages. Did you guys check out the covers, the Winner covers before their songs got released? You had Taeyang, you had GD, you had Ihai, Epic High. Just check them out, they're pretty funny and really good as well. So our next message comes from Natasha of Australia, saying, "Hi Benji, how are you and Muji? So JJCC are coming to Australia and will perform with Boyfriend. I'm really happy to see them, and I'm happy that Prince Mac can finally come back to Australia after 4 years." Wow, he hasn't been home for 4 years, man. I hope they'll all have fun here. If you ever get to go back to America with B.I.G., is there anything you'd like to show them while there if you had time? Let's see. It depends on where we go, though. Because, if me and B.I.G. go to, Florida, I don't know anything in Florida. If B.I.G. goes to L.A., I sort of know the area, but not really that well. So, it's pretty much, I probably have to hit someone up from L.A. and be like, yo, so what's in L.A. that I can do that's fun? Or who do I know in L.A.? Or who do I know that's from L.A.? Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much, if it's not Seattle and it's not New York City, then there's not really a lot that I can show them around. And this also has to be said, I'm just throwing this out there. When idol groups go on, performances overseas, chances are there's usually not that much of a time to go sightseeing. It's usually not scheduled in because, that takes in a little bit of extra time, I'm assuming. So, hopefully, if I do get a chance to go to the States with B.I.G., we'll have some fun, whatever that may be. Although I'm pretty sure we're just going to go to, the Golden Arches or something. Be like, so guys, this is an American fast food restaurant. And they'll be like, wow, it's so much like the same like Korea. And we're like, yeah, man. Stuff doesn't change when it comes to fast food. Which is why whenever you go internationally, it tastes the same everywhere. But yeah, That would be pretty cool if I could go back with them, and maybe I could show them my house. Although I wouldn't show them my house, because that's my private area. Okay, we're going to check out two more songs as we continue on. Our hero of Bangladesh requested Sakakjide by Teen Top, and we'll follow it with Aro Aro by Laboom. We just heard the song Sakakjide by Teen Top, followed by Aro Aro by Laboom. They're super adorable. And we promote it at the same time as like Tikita! And everyone does the Tikita! The dance move there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the live performances and you'll understand what the Tikita is. It's very funny and it's fun to do and follow along. Okay, continuing on. Amanda from Malaysia saying, "Hey Benji, I'm going to Seoul for Seoul Fashion Week. And I was hoping to see you, but, it's too bad because you might not be in Korea." That is unfortunate, but Seoul Fashion Week, I will tell you, I do remember actually going to Seoul Fashion Week last year, but not as like, oh, I'm going to go to Seoul Fashion Week, but more like, oh, I'm going to go to Dongdaemun, but it's right next door, so I might as well just go check it out. And I checked it out, and there's some pretty, I don't know, it's not like super crazy fashion, it's one of the things that I thought was really interesting was when it comes to the fashion game in Seoul Fashion Week, and of course you do have people who are dressed in, the very bright, outlandish, very colorful patterns and schemes, and you have a lot of, very interesting kind of clothing styles, but really when it comes down to it, there's a lot of black. There's a lot of, black pants, black overcoat with like a bright colored hat or something like that. And, personally for me, I went there to learn a little bit about fashion, and I'm still learning, like I always say on this program. But I feel like Seoul Fashion Week, I need to go there and spend like a day there. That's what's really important. Just go there and be like, oh, okay, so they have this kind of stuff there. And, hopefully when you come for Seoul Fashion Week, you have a good time. Dress in your best outfit. You never know who could take a picture of you. And be fashionable. Ladies and gentlemen, be fashionable. You need to be fashionable in this world if you want to survive in this fashion industry. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know why I used an accent, but it felt like someone would say that with that kind of accent. I don't know. I watched too much. I watched The Devil Wears Prada. It was a good movie. I had fun watching it. I'm not going to lie. Okay, but not like the entire movie, not like the love scenes, but like the whole like fashion industry kind of section. And Amanda and Anne Hathaway is really pretty. And Meryl Streep is super awesome. And Emily Blunt is super pretty. And before I start joining on, we're going to check out two more songs. Tony of Italy wants to hear Kone Mogoyo by Zion T. And we'll follow with Mail Kudewa by Sojin of Girls' Day. We just heard the songs Kone Mogoyo by Zion T, followed by Mail Kudewa by Sojin of Girls' Day, who is super nice. Side note, this is bringing back memories because I remember a long time ago when we first debuted, I had a sort of a mini crush, but not really like a real crush. Like, if crush is from amoeba culture, I'm talking about like a crush from like this. Oh, but you can't say brands. Anyways, but I remember meeting her at the program that we did as a group, BIG Idol School. Which, if I'm mentioning this now, and I'm pretty sure no one else is gonna know about this except the people who kind of watched that program. But it was a program where, you had a lot of idols come out on the show. So, that's where we saw, at the time, Cross Gene was on there. We saw Tahiti on there. There were a lot of groups on there. And Sojin was one of the MCs. And I remember thinking, at the time, I think Something, that was their latest track that came out. And it was very much like, oh my god, we just debuted. So, I still was very starstruck when I saw celebrities. And then it was like, oh my gosh, it's Sojin. She's one of the MCs for the show. And then, I kept it quiet to myself, of course. And then I saw her in real life. I was like, oh my god, she's so, like, pretty. And then I got over it. And that's the end of the story. But she's super nice. And she's super pretty. And that's the end of that story. Okay, our next message. I don't know, I just thought of that when I was listening to the song. Danielle of Australia saying, hello, Benji. So I went into the city with my mom, and we did some shopping while looking around. And I found a shop named after your panda son, Muji. I didn't know Muji owns a company. Did you? It's funny how we can say that because that is my son's name. And it is a brand, but it's my son's name, so we can just act like we're saying my son's name. It is a Japanese brand that prints a lot of basic items with no print. It's like the Ruhr Crow, but for a lot of stuff. They not only sell clothes, they sell, utensils and all that stuff, and, all this. They sell a bunch of stuff, surprisingly enough. And it was funny because I remember trying to come up with the name for Muji before we named him Muji. And, we had a lot of different stuff. We had, like, Music Benji or something like that. We had, M-A-B, like Mab. Ben, I forgot what it was. There was so much. There was, like, Kung Fu stuff. There was a bunch of names that we were trying to come up with. And the Muji sounded good because, Music Access and Benji. So, Muji. And then, so we named him that. And I was just walking around one day. And I see the exact same spelling on a storefront in Korea. And I was like, what's this? So I go over there and I check it out. And it turned out to be just, it's like a store that sells stuff there. If you're interested in knowing that, just type in my son's name on a search engine and you should be able to find it pretty easily. And I was pretty surprised. It was just like, oh, it turns out that every time I say my son's name, I'm saying a brand. But at the same time, I'm not saying a brand. I'm saying a name that we created with our MA fam, which means we're in the clear, which means you guys are super, super awesome. So thank you so much for naming my son the way he is. He has a super awesome name, and he smells super fluffy. That doesn't make sense. And I did know that there was a store named after him in the end. Okay. Now we're going to check out 2 more songs as we continue on, starting with Rather Be by Clean Bandit featuring Jess Glynn, followed with Say Something by A Great Big World. And this does bring our show to a close for today, but I just want to let you guys know about our Lunar New Year's specials next week. We have on Monday Better Together plus Music, where me and Sam will perform a live collaboration for the first time ever, as well as let you guys hear some great music and get some healing. That'll be on Monday. That is Better Together plus Music. And on Tuesday, we have Better Together plus Family with our special guests, B.I.G., who will join us in the studio for great times, talks, and maybe some old familial games. Go ahead and send in messages and comments for B.I.G. for Tuesday and to Sam for Monday. Now we're going to end our show today with our last song, which is Lose Yourself to Dance by Daft Punk featuring Pharrell. This is Benji of B.I.G. And as always, I'll be back.